Hello, guys, and happy holidays. So, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you're new here, my name is Haoma_KE. And thank you guys for always coming back to watch my videos and always supporting my channel. So, most of farmers here, the ones that planted their maize early, not like late comer farmers like me, have already started harvesting. Some their maize is already dry, and some their maize are fresh, like the one that I have here. So my mom harvested her maize. She has fresh maize and also the dry maize. So she sent me some. So today I just want to prepare fresh maize for breakfast. And so this year the weather pattern has been so confusing. So some farmers like me who depend on the meteorological department were amazed by the dry season that just came from nowhere, because most of the time we always have rain end of November until either mid December. But this time round, the rain stopped mid of November. That's why some of our crops like maize for us who delayed will not harvest much, or some of us even will not harvest even a single maize. But the beauty about living here in the village, most of the time most of the farmers plant on rotation, so we always do not miss to have most of these crops, because most farmers plant anytime. So right now on the market we have very fresh maize, because at the end, before we reach the border of Kenya and Uganda, most of the farmers there have fresh maize, and some even are harvesting their third season. So in those areas people plant for 4 seasons. So when they remove the dry maize in December, they'll plant the fourth season, which will last December, January. So they will harvest at the beginning of February or end of January. So that's just how our weather pattern here it is. So I'm going to boil the maize in my outdoor kitchen. I'm soon looking for a fundi that's going to make me a modern outdoor kitchen, the one that is smokeless, doesn't have smoke. I'm really looking for that. So soon I'm going to start building one, because it is very necessary here, because I have a lot of trees, so that means I have a lot of firewood. So I always depend on, if I'm boiling, most of the time when I'm boiling things, I always boil with my firewood. Or if I'm cooking porridge, I always cook it in my outdoor kitchen. So I'm going to let my maize cook, and then I will later on come and serve for breakfast. But I have served the kids a breakfast, so them they are sorted, because for them they love bread and mandazi, so I prepared them earlier. So because it is on the dry season, I just want to irrigate my flowers, because where here when it is dry, and our soil tends to be very hard during the dry season. So just flowers and a few fruit trees, I'm going to just irrigate them. But also I've tried as much as possible to mulch most of the fruit trees, and also the flowers that are around here. So that's what I'm doing right now. So this is my small pomegranate. I planted it with just the seeds. So the bigger one is on the other side of the farm. It had started fruiting. I'm going to check if it is fully, the fruits have started growing. But this is the tiny one. The purpose of me planting it here is that during when it is starts flowering, it will be at the front part of the house, and it will be looking so beautiful. So I just want to also water in the flower pots, a few flowers, not that much. Here in the village, it's very hard to get so many flowers, different variety of flowers, so we always get just a few of them. And the ones that I have here, I just got it from somebody else home. So that's why our what do you call, the people who sell flowers do not have different varieties. They just have very little varieties of flowers. So this is my apple tree. I also want to water the apple tree, and then some of the other trees that are here, and then I'll be done. So our maize is fully cooked. It has not stayed for long because it was fresh. So I'm going to also boil some in the evening for githeri. Githeri is just a mixture of maize and beans, so I'm going to boil some later on. But for now, this is what you're going to take for breakfast today and tomorrow. So we are sorted for 2 days. And because my sister is around and the kids are also around, so it means we are fully packed. So we are going to enjoy a fresh maize a lot. So as before I go and take breakfast, let me just put my baby's porridge in the fire, because she takes porridge all through the day. So it's also necessary I prepare right now, so that when we are taking our breakfast, it will be cooking. And as you know, I've made so many videos of the ingredients in this porridge. I've also indicated on the screen the ingredients that are on this porridge flour. So that's the reason why I always cook my porridge on firewood because it takes a little longer than the normal porridge flour that we have in the supermarkets because of the less ingredients in it. So if you cook this one on the gas, it will take a lot of time on the gas, and that is it will consume a lot of fuel, gas, so it's not economical. So because I have a lot of firewood, I prefer just cooking it on the fire. So as it cooks, let me take my breakfast. And I always prefer taking my breakfast outside just because of the fresh air. Outside has, because right now it is windy, so outside has some good fresh air, and we have a lot of trees at the front part of the house, so it's also breathtaking to just sit outside and take your breakfast. So let me take my breakfast, then I'll head on to the farm to harvest just a few vegetables that I'm going to use for breakfast and for our dinner today. So let me go now and check our porridge if it is ready. So our porridge is now ready. It cooks up for around 15 minutes. It's always ready, 15 to 20 minutes. It stays. So I prefer firewood because it takes a little bit shorter than gas, because gas you have to reduce fire so that it cooks slowly. But for firewood, it's the simplest and the easiest way to cook your porridge. And I'm going to store some in the thermal flask just because the kids take porridge through the day, and it is the best way to store your porridge. So long as the thermal flask is clean inside, it is the easiest and the best way to store your porridge. So it has not been raining for the past 1 month, I think 3 weeks now. But most of my crops are doing just fine because last week, it was, I think, 1.5 weeks ago, it rained just a little bit. But because I've mulched most of my crops, so they are doing just fine. But now, because there is no much rain, I know things like the carrots, also the cucumbers will struggle because there are some of the plants that need a lot of rain and a lot of water. So I'm just going to harvest just a little bit of the carrots that are mature. I know the size will not be as big as I always get, but better half than none. So I'm just going to harvest just enough for us today, and then tomorrow. I always prefer just harvesting what I use for a day because it is in the farm, so there's no need of bulk harvesting because of also storage and eating fresh vegetables. So let me also check the red onions. So when you're growing your red onions, anytime they start forming the bulbs, you're supposed to start removing the soil so that it grows at the surface of the soil. So that's how you grow your bulb onions. And because mine have started removing the bulbs, so it's the right time to remove some of the soil. And you see the ground is a little bit moist. The reason why is because of mulching. I've mulched them so they retain some water inside, so that's the advantage of mulching. If I had not mulched them, they will be dry by now because our ground is becomes dry very fast. Our soil becomes dry very fast, but the beauty about our soil, it grows crops also very fast. So that is the advantage. That's why you see us planting especially maize and beans in season 2 and some even 3, some even 4 seasons. So because just because of soil depends on the faster the plants grow. Like the ones who live in the Rift Valley of Kenya, they cannot plant even 2 seasons because of their soil. So I have like 2 bulb onions here that they just grew by themselves. I had planted here bulb onions long time ago, so some remained. So let me just harvest the 2 and then I'll use that for our lunch. And also the bulb onions leaves, they're very nice. I always even pluck almost every single day. They're very nice. They have very nice taste in them. So for lunch we prepared just beans and rice, so I'm just going to serve. It is ready now. I did not record the most part of the cooking, but it turned out really nice. These are the beans that we harvested, so we always have beans here in our home. So let me serve and then we take our lunch, and that will be it for us today. So that is it for us today. So if you have watched this video till the end, thank you so much. Be blessed. You're super amazing. I will see you in my next video. If you haven't liked, comment, and also if you're new here and you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please consider subscribing and liking this video so that YouTube can send it to so many viewers. So thank you so much. Be blessed. I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.